Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back with another Viking Orations. Last night, my nephew and I went to go see the Mighty Ghost for the second time. And yeah, what a great night it was, just like the last time. You know, this was their second time playing Indianapolis, and I've been there for both times, so that was really cool, which, you know, Indianapolis is only about a half-hour drive or so from where I live. And yeah, great experience overall, another great night for me and my nephew. And unlike last time, we actually knew who the opening act was going to be. You know, last time we saw them, they didn't announce the opener, I think, until like the night before the concert or a day or so before the concert. I don't remember. But this time around, I knew who it was, and it was going to be Royal Thunder, which I knew the name, but I've never heard the band before. And I almost checked out some of their stuff before I went there, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to wait and watch the concert and see if they impress me enough to make me want to check them out, because that kind of happened with Necromancing the Stone here a little while back. I didn't want to check them out because I didn't like the name. I thought it was kind of silly, and I thought they were just going to be kind of like a gimmick. But they turned out to be really good, and I ended up getting into them. So I'm hoping that would be the case with Royal Thunder. They did put on a really good set. I mean, the band was totally into their performance. They created a nice little atmosphere. And the drummer, I swear to God, he punished his drum set. It was really cool to watch. And the vocalist, I can't think of her name off the top of my head. You know, if there was a time that her hair wasn't completely in her face, or at least in her eyes while she was singing, I don't think I ever saw it. But she has a really good voice. She was really, you know, a very impassioned voice, I guess you could say, because she was really into her performance, just like the rest of the band, and they just put on a really great show. They played for about 45 minutes. I want to say they played about 6 or so songs, I want to say. And really impressive stuff, and the crowd was really into them. Was I impressed enough to go and try to buy some merch? Not really, but it definitely makes me want to check them out, though, a little bit more, hear how it sounds in the studio. And of course, what I and my nephew and everybody came to see was Ghost. They came on, and just like last time, they blew the roof off the fucking place. I mean, they put on a hell of a performance, great stage presence from all of them, great performances, and of course, Papa, with his banter, he was just spot on as usual, and got the crowd laughing and just had him in the palm of his hands. Their new bass player, you know, with all the shit that's going around, you know, it's been said, oh, you know, they got a woman bass player now. And yeah, I'd say that's definitely the case, because either that or is a very effeminate looking dude, because just the whole general, just the body shape, I guess you could say, gave it off as a female. So I'm just going to talk about him as if it, you know, that is the case, which I'm pretty sure it is. But you know, I actually like her a little bit more than I did the previous bass player that they had when they came here, because I mean, not that that guy didn't, you know, perform well or, you know, have a good presence, but just something about her, you know, the way she performed. I mean, she just seemed like she was just really into it. Her, you know, running around the stage, much like the other guys. And just, you know, her whole way she played the song, she just seemed like she was, you know, really into her performance, and I really enjoyed that. So I definitely like this bass player a little bit more. Yeah, they play some of my favorite songs. Sirius, or however you say it, that's always a great song, not only on CD, but to see it played live is amazing. And Conclave con Dio, God, what else did they... I mean, they just played all kinds of really good songs. And then, of course, they had to end the night with Ritual, which is probably one of my all-time favorite Ghost songs. And they also did a encore. And it was so funny because Papa, like I said, he has such great stage presence, it's great banter with the crowd. And at one point during one of the songs, a woman threw her bra up on stage, and he got it. He's sitting there twirling it around as he's singing, and then he was taking it, he put it on his head, and was rubbing it on his face and everything. It was just so cool. And then at the end of the night, before they played their encore, he basically told everybody, said, you know, they wanted to end with a happy ending. And he said, you know, everybody here deserves a happy ending. So he basically said, you know, once we left here, we should go home and either for ourselves or our significant other, whoever that might be, we should end the night with an orgasm. So he basically gave everybody permission to go home and masturbate, have sex, whatever you want to say, you know. So that was pretty funny. And then they played their encore, and the night was over. And I did pick up some really cool merch. And of course, as usual, it was, you know, it was a little expensive, but you know, it was totally worth it. One thing we did pick up on the way out, though, is these little promo cards, not only for the show, but also the other 2 shows me and Tyler are going to be attending this year so far. That's the Obituary Exodus show, and then Soulfly and Cannabis Corpse. So I actually got a plan for these. I'm actually going to take these flyers and then also laminate my tickets and kind of make it like a little metal concert photo album. And then, of course, I had to get a ghost mug, because, you know, you can never have too many coffee cups as far as I'm concerned. And then got a tour poster, a little tour poster for the Pope Star Tour 2017. Really cool. And of course, I got this shirt that I'm wearing, which they called the Tesla shirt, which is probably one of my favorites that they had there. And get my bag here. Yeah. And the other shirt that I got was the actual tour shirt. This one doesn't have the tour dates on it, but I did get a tour shirt, which is this Dove shirt. And then on the back, Pope Star Tour North America 2017. And I also picked up a beanie for when it starts to get cold later on. And got a ghost keychain, which I probably won't get used. I'll probably just hang it somewhere because I don't want to get it damaged. And the only other thing I got, if I can get it the right side up, is a bandana. So yeah, again, probably won't ever use it. Probably just display it somewhere so it doesn't get ruined. But yeah, overall, another great night for me and my nephew. You know, we have enjoyed Ghost both times they've been here. They have just totally destroyed the place. And if they ever come back again, I am definitely going to go, if at all possible. So yeah, that's going to do it. I'm going to quit rambling, get this shit put up, and get a few other things done. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing, and until next time, stay brutal.